revolution in Madrid fans are demanding Perez's head. The decision has been made at Old Trafford regarding the manager. United bosses have a new favorite that no one saw coming. Also today, Messi's audacious stunt that infuriated his opponents. We'll tell you every detail. Arsenal's secret stash, how are they buying their wins through corner kicks? And dirty revenge on Vinicius, why won't the Brazilian be able to play the victim this time? You're on Half 2-4 Football News. Let's go. Manchester United is officially moving into major changes mode. While fans wonder who the permanent manager will be, management has added Borussia Dortmund boss Niko Kovac to the coach shortlist as a compelling favorite. The 54-year-old Croat is a high-profile figure, but Football Insider sources claim he is still not the #1 priority. And that's because Old Trafford is currently ruled by a man who made everyone forget about the crisis. Michael Carrick has become the unquestionable favorite for the permanent head coach position. Under his leadership, the team went on a crazy run. 6 wins in 7 Premier League matches. The Ineos bosses are thrilled. They believe the former midfielder is doing everything perfectly to get a permanent contract. But the real shock is the numbers. Carrick is smashing records. After yesterday's victory over Crystal Palace 2-1, Michael officially matched the prestigious achievement of Ange Postecoglou. In his starting 9 matches in the Premier League, he earned 23 points, the best start in the history of the league. Only 1 step remains until the absolute record. This victory lifted United to 3rd place in the table. If Carrick leads the team into the Champions League, his appointment will be guaranteed. Moreover, Carrick's permanent contract is the golden key to the transfer of Middlesbrough star Hayden Hackney. The 22-year-old Boro captain played under Michael, and the manager factor could be decisive in the battle with other giants for this transfer. Do you believe Michael Carrick is the new Sir Alex Ferguson for Old Trafford? 2. Santiago Bernabeu is on fire, but this time not from joy. After a shocking defeat to Getafe, 0-1. Real Madrid fans did what previously seemed impossible. They demanded the head of Florentino Perez himself. As Radio Marca journalist Miguel Angel Toribio reports, immediately after the final whistle, the legendary stadium erupted in chants, "Florentino resign!" Fans no longer want to tolerate failures, even despite all the authority of the king of the transfer market. Against this background of managerial chaos, the head coach of the Blancos, Alvaro Arbeloa, is trying to put out the fire with optimism. He assures that the title race is not over, there are 36 possible points ahead, and the gap from Barcelona is only 4 points. With 12 rounds to go, Arbeloa promises to fight to the last yard of the pitch. But the real explosion happened behind the scenes. Vinicius Junior found himself in the center of a scandal again. Getafe defender Allan Nyom didn't just celebrate the victory, he literally dedicated it to Vinicius. This was cold revenge for the first round. When the Brazilian mocked the player, NYO made a highly sharp statement. This time, he won't be able to play the racism card. The conflict between Vinicius, Militão, and Nyom after the match almost ended in a massive fight. While opponents try to figure out how to stop the Gunners in the air, London's Arsenal has officially turned set pieces into the most profitable business in the Premier League. And it turns out the secret isn't just in hours of training, but in smart management. The London club found the perfect way to motivate its set-piece genius Nicolas Jover. As reported by The Athletic, a special cash bonus is written into the French specialist's contract for every team goal scored from a free kick or a corner. Jover, whom Arteta once lured from Manchester City, secured his success until 2027, and he is now the highest-paid specialized coach in the league. The financial stimulation is working flawlessly. After the recent victory over Chelsea, 2-1, where both goals into the Blues net came specifically from corners, Arsenal's stats have become simply phenomenal. 16 goals from corners this season. This is already a repeat of the absolute Premier League record in history. Since there are 9 rounds left, Arsenal is almost certain to set a new historical bar. 9 times this season, Arteta's team has opened the scoring specifically after a corner kick. This repeats a 30-year-old record set by Southampton. 9 winning goals have come from set pieces. This is an absolute record for the league, which previously belonged to SIR Alex Ferguson's Manchester United. Even opponents are surrendering to this system. Chelsea captain Reece James admitted after the game that it is almost impossible to withstand Jover's schemes, calling Arsenal a world leader in this component. Currently, the Gunners are confidently holding first place, leading City by 5 points. It seems Arsenal management is ready to pay Jover any bonuses if these corners finally bring the long-awaited Premier League title back to the Emirates after more than 2 decades. 16-year-old Lamine Yamal became a real nightmare for Villarreal. 4-1, scoring his first career hat trick. After the game, the young winger was as honest as possible and admitted that he had been playing through the pain for a long time, not getting any joy from football. People want me to score 100 goals at 16 years old. I would like that too, but it's very difficult. Everything is step by step. 1 goal, 2. Helping the team makes me very happy. Previously, I didn't feel good. At the start of the season, I was affected by pubalgia. I didn't feel joy playing football, and it was noticeable. But for several weeks now, I've been feeling much better. The desire to smile on the pitch has returned, something that hasn't been there for a long time. I am very happy, Lamine admitted. The footballer also spoke about his agreement with Hansi Flick. The coach promised to sub the player as soon as Barca scored the 3rd goal. Yamal scored it himself, after which he went to rest with a sense of duty fulfilled. Already on the bench next to Wojciech SZCJUSNY, Lamine didn't hide his admiration for his teammates' performance. I told Tech that when Pedri came on, everything changed immediately. Well, at least 1 ball had to go in. The main thing is to stay calm. With the ball, I make the decisions, Yamal added. Currently, the teenager's statistics are frightening. 18 goals and 14 assists in 34 matches of the season. Munich's Bayern has officially launched Operation Save the Legend. As reported by insider Fabrizio Romano, the club has moved into the active phase of negotiations with 32-year-old Harry Kane regarding a new contract. The German giant sees the English forward not just as a goal scorer, but as a central figure of the entire sporting project for the coming years. Bayern bosses have already met with Kane's representatives to agree on financial terms and personal details of the potential new deal. Although Harry's current contract runs until the summer of 2027, Bayern wants to secure his stay at the club for a significantly longer term. Kane's results this season leave no choice. 44 goals and 5 assists in 36 matches. This is absolute dominance in Europe. After the club successfully closed the issue of a new deal for Dayot Upamecano, Harry's extension became the #1 priority. It seems Kane has finally decided to link his future with Munich and has no intention of returning to the Premier League anytime soon. Lionel Messi continues to prove that age is just a number, becoming the hero of the match between Inter Miami and Orlando City, 4-2. The Argentine didn't just score a brace, he did it in his signature style, finishing it off with a spectacular free kick goal. However, the real viral moment wasn't the goal itself, but Leo's behavior after it. Immediately after the 2nd goal, Messi surprised everyone by turning to the Orlando City assistant coach. Leo ironically asked him if he wanted his autograph, gesturing accordingly. It seems the tension on the pitch forced even the usually calm Argentine to add a bit of spice to the celebration. Inter Miami head coach Javier Mascherano didn't hold back the compliments for his former national team teammate after the game. He is the best player in the history of this sport. He is a leader, and as a leader, he inspires others, but he often needs inspiration himself. When he attacked, he had more options. And with so many possibilities, he is capable of creating moments like no one else. That's exactly what allowed us to turn the game around, Mascherano noted. At the start of the new MLS season, Leo already has 2 goals in 2 matches. It seems Inter Miami, under Mascherano's leadership, is set to make a serious noise this year.